Ba 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 ba. Ba 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 ba. Ba 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 ba. Ba 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 ba. Ba 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 da ba da ba 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 ba. Why my phone over there? No, I want my phone over here. Then I can reach it while I'm listening in my head to the Super Mario 64 Shine Galaxy Deluxe Brothers. Actually, I'm just listening in my head to a lovely little song. I forgot what the song was because it's very stupid. No, it's the Super Mario World ending theme. It's fantastic. It's incredible. It's a work of art. I think it carries with it the perfect... I don't know, there's something about it that always calls back to me. That makes me think before I skink. Skinks are dumb. You know that they have such bad vision that they would walk into walls because they're just not used to a world where walls make any sense. It's great. Boom, ba 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 ba. We're gonna wait a minute or two. In the meanwhile, I can look at some things that I probably shouldn't look at while I'm on live TV. Oh, ah, ooh. Oh, that's... Oh. Whoa, ho, ho, wow. Whoa. Wowie, zowie. Oh, that was terrible. Wowie, zowie. I can't stop thinking about ba-da-ba-ba-ba, ba-da-ba-da-ba-da, da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da-da. Dun, 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 dun. We're just waiting for everyone who wants to show up to show up. Yes! Ba 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 da ba 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 da 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 ba ba da ba da bum 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 ba dum ba dum bum 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 ba da ba da bum boom 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 do 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 do. All right. I'm gonna go for one more refrain because that's what I do. One more refrain's all I need to get that vibe right out of my chest. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. We go into the settings because this game is made of ass and we'll try to reset me to what I didn't set up because it's made by some clowns. Holy shit, they're such clowns. They couldn't make a video game settings menu work because they always set my background opacity to 0. How do you make that up? How do you mess that up? You tell me. You come into my house and you tell me that. Vibration enabled. I don't know about you. I don't know about you. But if I was to make a menu like this, and all the accessibility options are not on, I would turn them off. I would put everything here in like the leftward position. That way, there's a certain je ne sais quoi to having the default be all everything to the left. Like I know you have to rephrase things a bit, but slow dialogue mode. Well, you already have autoplay, so why do you have slow dialogue mode? Just as like an automatic feature? I don't know. All right. Alrighty tidy. I'll start regardless of present individuals. Let's just make sure that my thing's actually working and everything's just... Why do you have slow dialogue? Good. I can hear myself. That's all we need. Let's not wait forever on everyone. Those who will come when they come. Seaman. I'm still thinking about the Super Mario World theme, you know? Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Whoa. I suddenly feel extremely cool and capable. Yep.
Ooh, this is legit. Never seen so many bards in one place before.
That feels so forced, in a weird way.
Hey, rock stars!
Also, it's a bit loud. Let me pull up the volume mixer and tone it down just a notch before I go deaf during the music segment. Oh, there's some more fun thing to read. Stan validate. Ooh. We all have that one friend who will only take neo. Thank you. Triggers on the back. We all have that one friend who only takes neo emo angle selfies. So outdated. Ugh.
Is this wild or what?
This works a little better for what I was talking about, although I don't know why Reed's standing there.
I finally get to see worm trauma in its natural habitat. Even got some VIPs waiting for a meet and greet before soundcheck.
Wait, we're at the audition? Why does it feel like we're at the Battle of the Band? Why does it feel like we had the audition like 5 minutes ago? Did they use LNL just to pad out the non-existent fluff in between the plot beats? Thanks for coming out, Fangs.
Please, no autographs.
Too bad, I'm gonna need one.
Don't worry, you guys have got this. Seriously. First of all, you look incredible. Second of all, I think they picked the winner based on how loud the audience is. And
Oh my god, do they have one of those audienceometers? You know, one of those cute microphone sensitivity things that goes like, "What a riot!" Ah, I love applausometers. They're fantastic. A marvel of modern science that allows us to measure the applausacity of a given scene.
drank hot tea all day so I can cheer extra loud all night.
That's gonna make you go nuts. Like,
Seriously, we've been scoping out the competition, and you really don't have anything to worry about.
Well, crisis averted!
so I wonder, like, here's something that goes into my head. This is not a plot hole or anything, but what exactly are the logistics of the Battle of the Bands versus Caldera Fest? Is this an honorary slot? Is there any other way to get into Caldera Fest? Are multiple Battle of the Bands participants capable of winning? Like, the exact logistics of who wins and why and what that means to win aren't 100% clear to me. I just realized something that needs to get addressed right the fuck now, and that is that I'm currently not on the wire. And that can have future consequences. Please excuse me a moment while I plug in. Great. We're going in. Going in hot sim. Any minute now. Any minute now. Oh, there we are. Thank you. Thank you, OBS Studio. I was just making sure we're on the cable because it has slightly better stability.
I believe it.
But yeah, what are the logistics? Like, are there, like, I imagine that Caldera Fest has, like, other participants in it than just the winner of the Battle of the Bands. Like, who are they? That'd be nice, you know, like, you can have a little scene where the character like, these cool bands are visiting the Battle of the Bands. Wouldn't it be great to play alongside them? That's a cute little moment, you know? That'd be an external motivator for the people who aren't in it for the musical career. Like, we'd be like, my favorite band is playing there. Wowie zowie. You know, it's just something simple. It's not necessary, but it helps build the characters in the world a little bit, and it makes the competition feel more special. Because now it's just like launching Fang's career, but if we add that secondary element, it's like, everyone else has a reason to care. Oh my god, I don't need this. No, don't open it. Don't open it. I don't want to see it. Why do you like this? What do you think you can just get away with this, huh? Huh? You think you can just walk into my house? Notification and make me think things and feel things. Get out of here.
There's a ton of bands here, but none of them are the worm drama.
Hey, did anything ever become as a result of us telling Rosa to talk to LJ? Because I don't think that did anything, did it? Not so far, at least.
Gotta support my worms.
Thanks, Rosa. For real.
Hey, you got any plans this summer? We're gonna need a tour manager.
Sign me up.
Want to draw a card? See how it'll go?
Can you guarantee a good omen?
No can do. I promised a witch I wouldn't touch tarot cards for 5 more years.
Okay. Then you're up, Fang.
But, what? We're a huge round.
Can't hurt, I guess.
Well, normally I'd be like, hey, which one are we picking? I'm picking green, red, or blue. But you know what? I got a better one for you, buddies. We're gonna go. We're gonna spin the wind. Yeah! Middle. Ooh, the star.
Star. Oh, wow.
But it's actually bad, right?
No. I'm gonna pull out the thing, my deck. Unfortunately, because I have tarot, I also have opinions on tarot. And my opinions are a little contradictory to what most people think tarot is, because most people don't have any sense of fucking mysticism in their hearts. The vast majority of people out there, they think it's either magic or it's like pseudo-religious garbage, but that's not what tarot is about at all. Now, I'm not gonna read this. We're gonna find the star card first. I'm gonna tell you, because I think the tarot is intuition, and it should stay intuition, because if it's anything else, you're letting things get to your head. So let's find the star card. The star card lets you get a free power star at the local store. Oh boy. There. That's a naked lady. Well, hot ziggity. Let's take a look. What does she look like? Well, she's pouring water into a water hole while she's spilling it with the other hand. But the star overhead is bright. There's a tree in the distance with a bird on top. And there's plenty of things growing around. So clearly she's laying the groundwork for something great. I'd see this as the card that says, you know, work on it. Make something happen. However, the booklet says it's loss, theft, abandonment, although reading suggests hope and bright prosperities in the future. The reverse is arrogant impotence and haughtiness. I can see why you would see it as loss, because pouring water into a hole that's already full of water is kind of a weird thing to do. And she's losing a lot of water out of the other hand, and she's naked. So not a lot of possessions. But on the other hand, what I see is an orchard being planted. I see the future being made by her very own hand, by her very own efforts and labour. So that's my opinion on the tarot for now. Let's see what they have to think about it. You better not disappoint me, goodbye Volcano High, because I have opinions, and these are not about my writing chops, which are debatable. These are my 100% factual opinions on the mystic, on the mystical realms, on the realms of the divine. Also, someone said hello. It's Scary Dave. Hello.
Right. That's what you're gonna say?
No way. The star is a card about a wish coming true. I mean, yes, typically it's after a bad time or a big change, but you come out of it ready to make shit happen.
I don't know, the way the card looks in the Rider White deck. No, it's the Rider Weight deck. The way it looks in that one, it feels more like it's about hard efforts. You know, it fits perfectly into the, was it wands or staves? Into the suit of staves, where it's all about the efforts and labors of physical and practical matters. Fits in there real nicely. Tell me more about this. So bad, I'm losing. Gotcha.
Look, is there any way to build character without, like, losing the battle? 'Cause that's what I'm.
Hang on, I need to move this one over. Silly Dino, tarot is how you get magic powers and fight the living embodying humanity's will. Listen, if you want to master the tarot and throw cards at people with lethal force, you gotta work at it.
Hearing right now.
I mean, it all sounds like whatever happens, you'll be okay with it.
100%. I get how it seems scary, but the card is really talking about how ready you are for something good.
You know what I would really like? You know what a really good alternative path to Fang? So imagine if Fang loses the competition. Is any chance of that happening? But then LJ walks up and says, listen, the only reason you lost is because your friends are a problem. Like, your friends didn't put in the work, they didn't put in the effort. This is the path you get. Not if you don't put in the effort. Fang will always win. Fang is always good enough. But her friends aren't on the same tune, so they're like kind of zoned out towards the end. And the idea is that LJ's like, listen, you can show up to Caldera Fest, you can get your big moment, but you have to dump your friends. And Fang taking that offer would fundamentally alter, like, the final sequence. You know, it's like, what, you ditched us? And it's like, listen, I can make my dream come true. And then, if you're smart, you realize that's kind of hypocritical of Trish, because Trish is like, this is my last performance. I would never coming to Caldera Fest anyway. So from Fang's perspective, it's like, well, you know, if Trish was quitting anyway, and Reed doesn't seem to care about, Reed thinks the world is ending. This is perfect. I get everything I want, and my friends don't have to feel guilty about it. But then Trish is like, are you betraying us? Like, I thought you would ask me before. Like, Trish is being a big bitch about nothing. Trish is basically terrified of being on the other side of what she's been doing to Fang. And Reed, you know, is easygoing. But that'd be a fun way to do, like, loss. Like, Fang still gets it. They still win. but it requires them to sacrifice their friends, as it were, without actually sacrificing them because their friends don't want to show up anyway. So everyone wins, but Trish still makes it a big deal. And it's a little fun conflict. Says a little bit about the character, you know, because like, oh, why would Trish care if you know, it's always about Fang and all that.
Oh, hey!
You know, if you wanted to keep a secret, who was gonna? Like at this point, they've just been screening it, and here's the problem, right? This is the second layer of like it's obviously Naomi, other than some subtler stuff earlier. If they try to make this a big moment, like oh man, it's Naomi, I will be mad. Persona, listen. A lot of things use the tarot, but Persona 3, I know they have like the whole. I don't want to think about it right now.
Naomi!
Which is funny, by the way, that you can make a Persona reference, because there's a Persona character in the slide shot introduction on Snoot Game.
You think she's okay?
She's giving off a lot of worried librarian energy right now.
Naomi!
She'll be fine. We've got to go.
See y'all from the stage?
Why are they screaming in a loud room at someone? Shouldn't you be like waving or something? I don't know about you, but proper etiquette is not to yell loudly in everyone's nearby ears. Like what I like about it is that it turns the thing on its head, you know? Like Trish has always been like, oh, I leave the band. I have the power and the control. I'm making my future happen. And when Fang does it, it feels like betrayal because Trish has only ever conceptualized from her perspective. That creates, you know, that teen idea of not understanding that other people have their own battles. It's kind of like what Anon goes through, like learning that other people have feelings too and they have their own battles. And Trish always operated from I'm the one making the decisions and all that stuff. But never thinking about like what it would feel like to be acted upon in the same fashion.
Baby! Go worm drama!
You know, rules for thee, but not for me. I hope that didn't skip something. Oh, it's the green room. 1990X. Because, you know, that's how dates work on posters. What are you doing? Are you vibing? They better be vibing real hard. Or did it crash? No, we're still here. They, oh no, they've fallen asleep and they will never wake up. Oh no. The LP ends as the main characters die in their sleep in the green room. Oh, that's not good. That's not good at all. So, since it's obviously borked in some fashion, we're going to have to go back to the main menu and hope we can fix it from there. Please, I don't want them to die in the back rooms. Why are their eyes closed, though? Nope, it's... Oh, man. Oh, I think they borked. Let's see if going through a cutscene or something like this will help. I know video games, and I know that programs like to unwind themselves sometimes, and it's fine. But sometimes you can fix things in the funny ways, in the silly ways. Okay, don't tell me that this actually broke. Don't tell me this actually broke. Don't tell me this is how this playthrough ends. My stream has been going on for like 50 minutes. Okay, what if I go back to the main menu? I start a new game. Nope. But I use the keyboard. Those slight changes. You never know. Otherwise, I'm gonna have to try a reboot. And we all know what that means. Yeah, I just love how they're in charging mode. And then they snap. There's something so ominous about this. I'm terrified. Ugh. Yeah, wait, we gotta reboot. We gotta restart the video game. One moment, please. Desktop, a boo-boo. Everybody's rebooting to desktop. You might have actually seen the Team Fang thing in the background. Don't. Okay. I'm very worried. I don't think you. Excuse me, there's something, okay. Okay, my recording software has worked, and I need to restart it too. Bandicam, come back to life, please. Yes, I want you to fix the file. Oh, alright. Well, they were praying to Raptor Jesus, but we'll see if we can knock them out of their fugue state or not. Otherwise, I might have to try something else with some of the systems. Oh, they're in animations now. Apparently, whatever happened, it put them into some... that's great. I turned them into robots. I like...
Look at them. Seriously, why are they so popular?
How many bands even won? They got through the audition anyway. We don't know that. We know that there's these guys and probably one other. How many bands are in town that have an audition and you end up with 3?
I hate to say it, but they know how to play.
Because, like, not everyone is interested, right? Also, the band members all have names. I don't know if we learned them. I think we learned Trent's name. But I really do feel that... Are they the villain? I guess the narrative isn't really about the winning the battle of the bands, but it's so weird because from Fang's perspective, they should be the antagonists.
Fang?
It's true. They're, like, technically good.
Yeah. You know how we know they're technically good? Because we never heard their music. We haven't even seen them play. They weren't... The audition is like... Why are you making such a big deal out of them if we're not shown anything and they're given no precedence? Like, it's so... There's a weird dichotomy going on here.
I mean, not good, but, you know.
Proficient.
Catchy hooks, watered down alt boy aesthetic. People eat that shit up.
You want to talk, armpits.
Oh shit! Oh shit! It's happening! Bee of the bees! It's drama clock!
I love how they're just sitting there quietly. Like, every single conversation is these buggers. Like... Shouldn't they be saying anything instead of just sitting there looking smarmy? They're constantly sitting there looking... Yeah, it is a real show don't tell. With how they're like, oh, they are so good. Can we hear it? No. God damn it, that is such a steamed ham moment. May I see it? No. Wait a minute. Okay, I gotta do it. Listen, I gotta do it because it's in my head now. Swamp babies, at this time of day, and this part of the year, localized entirely within the audition of the Battle of the Bands. Yes. May I see 'em? No.
Why are my fingers so slippery?
Wait, what's a guitar? What is music, really? Like, when you stop to think about it.
I love these idiots.
I love you guys.
Even if that's like a really lame set of jokes, I don't know. I feel it needs a bit more ham. If you're gonna ham, I want to smell the pig. I want to smell that pig just living in front of me.
Oh shit!
Wait, what's happening?
Like, a thing I want to point out, if they are limited to like playing one voice track at a time, I can imagine a few quick solutions to that. One, you blend 2 sound voice tracks together so that you have 2 characters talking at the same time and you blend them together so that Trish and LJ talk at the same time. 2, you make it an ambient track. I imagine you could play an ambient track that's just the music plus LJ saying some random garbage. I don't know. There's a lot of ways to make that work without it...
Worm drama, right?
That's right.
Okay, I want to look this up, though. I want to look up Trent Reznor. Because I know... who is he? And I think it's Nick. Yeah, Nick. Wasn't he like trans or something stupid like that? Yeah, he's voiced by Allegra Clark, who is like Naomi's voice actor. I don't know. It might just be the alt boy aesthetics. The other one is Curtis. He's tatted up to the fucking nines. Like, I don't know how that works if you're covered in feathers, my man. I also love how Curtis just looks like a brick shithouse. He's so wide. Curtis, please. I'm terrified of your size, man. How do you live like this? Wait, what are Fang Nasser kids? What the fuck is this? What? Concept art of Fang and Nasser as children should not be viewed as canon. Oh. Oh, that's a dork. Fang looks like such a goober. And Nasser like such a dork. Oh, his underdeveloped crest is cute. And also his wing seems to be fine, which implies that that is something that happened later. Which is not good. In case you missed it. Anyway, I'm going to get distracted by other stuff. We should be looking at this. We should be looking at this.
Want to fight about it?
Not really. Anyway, yeah, nice. My little cousin said your posters were up all over the high school.
So, what age is swamp babies? It's kind of important. Like, does swamp babies go to school? Apparently not. Like, if they go to high school, like, it's a minor detail, but it puts them in such a weird position. Because what fucking person who graduates high school goes after high schoolers? Like, what kind of lame-o are you at that point? Like, I guess from a like, they're seniors and everything, I could kind of see it, but it feels to me like the greatest lame faux pas you can commit.
It's awesome that LJ lets kids compete.
Kids?
It's even worse the older they get. So that's why I want to know how old they are.
Teens?
Teens?
We are, in fact, teens, Trish.
You're Fang?
Yeah.
Isn't it weird that, like, Curtis is the only one who doesn't get any voice lines? Trent and Nick get them. But Curtis is like, no, the big buff guy, the guy who can bench press everyone in the room at once. No, he doesn't get any.
LJ says you have a pretty sick voice.
Who's his voice actor anyway? Leo is his cousin? What? Oh, it was apparently... Oh, that was revealed like a day ago. What? What? And someone immediately updated the wiki. That is so weird. Why would you do that? That is such a, like... Listen, these people probably hate that lady. What's her name again? They probably hate J.K. Rowling, but, like, they're fucking Twitter loring stuff. Like, stop Twitter loring, you dumbasses. Ugh. This is apparently the same guy who voices Nasser, which is what I was thinking. That guy's got some range. Puts me to shame. And then again, I'm not a professional. Not really professional, you know, so I've not really tried anything. Don't worry about it. The all opponents team are off you. Alright. Alright, Fang. You're going to go up against, what are they called again? The Beatles? They're like 40 years old and they have gone triple platinum, but for some reason I'm making them participate in the Battle of the Bands. Now you either shake up or you shake out. What does it mean to shake out?
We've been playing around with something, like, really different for backup vocals on our new stuff. Maybe you should...
Why does he have a half-shaven mustache going on? Have there been a lot of dinosaurs with facial hair to begin with? More importantly, how old is he that he has like a teen stubble going on?
You come down to the studio sometime. Could be
Like, I can accept hair, but facial hair is a whole different direction to take it.
good exposure, you know?
Exposure, come on.
Ha. We're good. Thanks.
Yeah. Super good.
Well, think about it. We had 80,000 listens last month. Probably gonna tour again soon.
Oh, and hey. Looks like we're on right before you.
Man, would have been something if they were on like right before at the audition, and then the audition ends, and we hear like a little bit of their music at the very fucking minimum, and we hear some of LJ's feedback, so that the stress for the audition battle of bands a little higher. I don't know. Like, the two people that voice this are Naomi and Nasser. They're your principal cast. You can get them in for a couple extra lines. You've already animated them. Might as well do it.
Good luck out there.
Yeah, you have fun.
Just make out already. It's my
Nice
solution
one,
to
T.
everything. Since when do you call
Those
it T?
dudes truly suck.
Again, nice background.
Could be good for exposure. Buzz off, dick.
If I ever do another playthrough, like I said, I really like the idea of going with Fang, who is snarky and assholish, but also, like, insecure enough. Probably changes nothing, but, you know, it's fun to go into things with that
Yeah,
fresh idea.
gross.
Now we have to win. Even harder than we were already going to.
How is this not already
Cheers to
established?
that.
You already hated them enough. Why are you suddenly making a bigger deal out of this? Like, I don't know what to tell you, but why is this now a problem? You had an audition. Did you forget about that? That was 5 minutes ago for the person's playing this game, so to them it's like fresh on their mind, and they were there and they were looking all snarky. Like, I don't know, it just feels like... Like, I don't know what the deal is with like, Fang and everything don't seem to put any of their songs online. They don't have, like, an online presence, but clearly Swamp Babies does. And Swamp Babies has to audition and do the Battle of the Bands. That's why I'm asking, what the fuck is the Battle of the Bands? And why can't they just get in? They've won before. I think that's implied that they've won before, right? Swamp Babies. Yeah, because LJ has already, like, helped Swamp Babies become popular. I can't find anything on the wiki page easily, but they feel like they should just be a shoo-in, given that they have an audience. And if this is all about the audience,
Yeah. No, you're right. We're gonna win, and we're gonna play Caldera Fest.
And we're gonna get like 1 billion listens.
I want a animation thing. I haven't talked too much about the animation because I'm mostly fine with it. It's practical. I just want to point out that despite this being like a high energy moment, there's not a lot of energy in these character movements. Like, do these people understand? Like, read the 12 Principles of Animation, my man. They're fantastic. The most important one is, put some energy into it. Give some lines of action. Make it work. Actually, I don't think that's that's one of the principles. The 12 principles are squash and stress. Squash and stress is like things, their volume changes as they interact with their environment. Anticipation is you lead into it. Staging. What is that? Direct the audience attention. Oh yeah, put emphasis on what matters. Straight ahead, action, and pose to pose. Pose to pose is keyframes and straight ahead action. Oh, that's pretty cool. Never knew that. Ah, straight ahead is just keep going. And pose to pose is keyframing. That's neat. Follow through and overlapping action. Close related techniques which help render movement more realistic. Follow through means that the loosely tied part should continue moving. Yeah, like momentum is added. What is overlapping action though? Is the tendency for parts of the body to move at different rates. An arm will move different timing from the arm. Oh yeah, that kind of wacky movement. We got slow in and slow out. You know, got to build momentum and lose momentum. The arc. Yeah, because everything is usually like your arm is basically a long wire. It's a chain, so it moves in circles because that's how your limbs work. Your limbs draw a bar that draws a circle with the end of it. Secondary actions. Yeah. Swinging their arms, hands in the pockets, that kind of fun stuff. Timing. First at a number of drawings. More frames means something feels slower. I guess. Yeah. Lightweight objects. Ooh. Exaggeration. Make it stronger. Make it bigger motions. That's what I mean. Like, they're sitting there and not doing anything. Solid drawing takes into account three-dimensional space. Ooh, scary. And appeal. You gotta add some charisma. You gotta add a chutzpah. Yeah, they just rebooted like a few minutes ago. I guess it's a little harsh for me to be too
Take
hard.
that, Trant.
Oh, it's a band we never heard about. Like, wouldn't it be kind of cute if the band we saw get slaughtered at the audition still showed up because she needed 4 contestants and she only got 3 that were good and she was like, ugh, that one band I guess has to do. Because that'd be cute for LJ. It's like LJ is willing to give people a second chance. If she has to. No, it's a little strict, a little nice.
Hey.
I like how Nasser just shows up out of nowhere. He wasn't even established being there. Naomi was. Naomi, but not Nasser.
Hey yourself.
A lot of people out there. A lot of future Worm Trauma fans.
Or a lot of booers. Booing ones. Ones that boo.
Ones that comment on how starting an emo band in this year of our Lord is a little goofy, a little silly.
This doesn't seem like a booing type crowd.
Says Mr. Never Been Booed.
He has been booed.
You've seen my speeches. I have definitely been booed.
Yeah.
Okay, me booing you does not count.
Oh my god. We gotta stop saying boo.
That feels way too quick, especially since the context, but like, shut up, Nasser. Need 5 to 6 drawings to make animation look smooth. Yeah. None of that here, though. These people couldn't... They couldn't draw Mickey Mouse standing still with a line of action. Let alone draw him moving.
Listen, you're going to be great. All three of you are. You're only here.
Wouldn't that be, like, again, like the whole idea of, like, if you fail the minigame, then Fang doesn't win. But then... So then Nasser shows up, and he's like, I can't believe you did so poorly. And then she shows up, and is like, oh, what? Like, only one of you did great? Like, there's moments there you can write with. And it lets you, here's the thing. Those dynamics let you explore the characters. Like, what are Nasser's priorities? What does he consider important? Does he care about this? Is he just happy that Fang still has a chance anyway? Or is he like, but you're friends. Like, where are his priorities? Because he's a loner. He only really has Naomi and his clubs. Like, he clearly doesn't consider them friends, even though he's talking about sports like it is. I don't know. I think it's... No, it's Trish that gets the whole thing. So maybe he's like, hey, listen, you shouldn't abandon your crew like that, you know? And then Fang could be like, but no, my crew is still there. It's just that I'm the one doing the music. They were, like, Trish was already going to quit, and like, Reed wants to focus on L&L, so obviously I'm doing that kind of stuff, you know? Fun exploration of characters.
Because you've kept going every step of the way, no matter what. It's no different here. Trust me. Once you're up there, it's going to hit you.
The asteroid, I mean.
This is your moment. The first of many your moments. Time
Why is one of Nasser's eyes looking dead at the camera?
to face the music.
Oh, you got so far, too.
Why would it take so long for him to give a nice, solid, groan-worthy pun? It's a good pun, though. It's thematically appropriate.
Gotta be me. Remember when you taught me piano chords?
Wow, I forgot all about that.
I think about it a lot. Teach these assholes a thing or two.
We got a pictogram. I don't need to power pose when he's standing in front of you or like slightly to the side. So I don't know if he's got your back, but he's definitely got a side of you. He can protect your sword arm, which admittedly is a good side to protect on someone when you think about it. I forgot to say hello to the lobster, so that's on me. Look at these cool pictures, though. But it's really late in the story to establish your principal villains when we're already fighting them. Like, you want to know who also has this problem? Every fucking D&D adventure, especially Paizo's APs, is like, okay, when does Kartsuk show up? Never. Until the last fight, because otherwise the players will kill him. It's like, then why do you have Kartsuk at all, man? Get him out of here. Give me a villain that matters, a villain that carries the whole adventure. Give me some of that chutzpah, some of that charisma, some of that je ne sais quoi. I don't know. It just feels a little goofy, a little silly. That's such a good poster, though.
Okay, this is it.
What band is playing, Fang? I have no idea what's going on. I can do this. We can do this together. Oh, which one should I pick? Ooh, whatever happens, happens. I think we're playing the optimistic, naive Fang, so we're gonna go with this one. Optimistic and compromising Fang, I guess.
Band meeting.
Huh? Now?
Yeah. I just want to say,
Best friends, best band.
I'm in the best band in
A villain that grows like... You know what would be a way better thing than Swamp Babies? Is you have exactly Swamp Babies. They're in high school. They're in senior year. They've been working at their public presence and all that stuff since, like, 2 years ago. They've been at this for 2 to 3 years. They have a presence. Some high schoolers know them. They've performed at venues and gotten paid. They're like a legitimate opponent. And when the year starts, you know, maybe they didn't. Maybe they do that over the year. Like, they get their paid gigs in senior year. Fang doesn't, because she can't get Trish and Reed to participate. So Fang gets angry, like, come on, guys. They're getting the paid gigs. Swamp Babies is getting paid for this. We could be getting paid too. And then Trish is like, no, I gotta work on this thing. I gotta work on my composting. And Rita's like, this is no use without Trish, right? And Fang gets increasingly frustrated about that as they get all this attention, and then eventually they go to Lava Java. And Swamp Babies is there. And Swamp Babies is like talking to LJ, and Fang snaps. Fang is like, oh my god. Are you fucking kidding me? Like, I worked so hard at this, and now they're getting like compliments and all this stuff from LJ. Like, I want to be that. I want to be them. I want to be that band. They've been growing. Well, I've been doing my best, but I can't go anywhere without my friends. Maybe Fang. Maybe you have a couple of sneaky scenes where Fang does solo performances, and maybe drives some friction. Maybe it's like maybe Trish never finds out, and Fang just feels guilty about having done them, and they come out during the battle of the bands. Fang's like, listen, sorry guys, I've been doing private performances solo. I haven't told you, and I should tell you this before we go on. And it creates this awkwardness, like, oh no, are they still gonna? So many opportunities, none are taken, and that is what makes me a very sad banana. I shouldn't have to tell you this, but I will, just to make sure that we're all on the same page. You don't want your bananas to be sad, because then they get all saggy and sloppy and get a little gooey. That's not good. It's not a very tasty banana like that, money. But so many opportunities to make it work. But again, the problem there is voice acting. So many fucking games go with voice acting and forget that voice acting dramatically limits your ability to adapt to a good story that you explore as you write it. I'm just saying, maybe don't do voice acting if you want to have a story that's about the dynamics of characters and all that fun stuff. Like, only do that if you're writing an audiobook.
In the world.
Who? Us?
Definitely. What's going on?
I like how a light bulb shattered.
The power went out.
Did it though?
Oh god. Do you think it's the meteor?
Probably. But this place is also like 1,000,000 years old.
Hey, can I get some power to my amp over here?
I kind of feel bad for them.
1, 2, 3, 4.
It's gonna take... Sorry, it's like the first thing that got to my head. It's gonna take some time to realize. Ooh. No, not like that. Man, what is with these transitions? Also, I pointed this out in the comments for some of the uploads that I've been doing, but why the fuck is Fang the only one who's dressed up? I don't know if you've been noticing this, but like Fang is the only one who matches the aesthetic of the band they're going with. I mean, they're punk, not emo, so that doesn't work either. But like Fang is the only one who seems to give a shit to actually like dress for the part. I don't know, that again, with the idea of having this band be in senior year and play alongside Fang, like the whole idea of like, why aren't you guys trying? Like, you don't dress up, you don't put in the work. It can work a little harder. It's also really weird when you think about it, that Fang has no social media presence. Like, Fang does nothing on social media, but they want to be a musician. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you, Fang? You can't make it in the music world if you don't advertise yourself, you dingus. It's not how the world works anymore. Reunion, I'm gonna be listening with my ears, so don't be upset if I'm quiet.
And we're up.
You good?
I'm gonna turn down the sound a touch because I'm going to go deaf if it plays at this volume. I don't want that. That's a bad thing, by the way.
You're good. We're good.
We're good.
Next up, a young band who really impressed me this year.
You know, we played for LJ literally fucking once. We impressed them this year by playing once. Once. Like 6 months ago.
They've got talent, they've got style, they've got 2 guitars.
Is that a jab at the 2 basses from Snoot Games Worm Drama? Really? Why are there so many little things that make me go, this is directly in reference or in spite of Snoot Drama? It's getting really weird at this point. I'm getting confused. Ah.
Welcome newcomers to the battle, Worm Drama.
By the way, it's going to take some time. That's like the opening for Drake and Josh, I think. Why is the song so dour?
Fuck it.
Fuck. Like, the problem I have with this is you can just wait like 5 minutes for the power to get back on. This would be better if we get like an insight into Fang's mind. Like, Fang's like, this is a good moment, or I'm gonna go now on my time. I want to have power in my life. You know, something that establishes that this means something instead of Fang just going and it's like, why don't you just wait like a minute so the power goes back on and you and your band can play again? If you have Fang over the year do some private concerts, or consider moving away from the band, you can make this a more interesting moment as a result. You know, then LJ's like, listen, your band sucked, but your private performance, your solo was great. It's a lot you can do. None is done. Nothing. You're not competing with locals, you're competing against the world. Yes, you need to have the presence. And Fang isn't doing jack fucking shit. Like, I know that Fang is an introvert and doesn't want to do that stuff, but surely Trish or Reed would. Reed loves creative writing, so obviously he's a perfect contender for it. And we get 2 songs back to back, if I recall correctly. Oh, that looks so bad. Oh. Why are we focusing on the mic? It doesn't work. Anyway, I'm going to shut up so you can listen.
All the things I didn't do, I guess it's over. Took my time to get it all worked out. Made my mind up, no more doubt. At 12 o'clock, I'll write a manifesto. It's a way to go, and maybe they will find my bones, and maybe they will know I'm not afraid to die. I'm not afraid to go away. It's just the blinking of an eye, the culmination of today. All the things I didn't do, I guess it's over. And all the things I didn't do, I guess it's over. And all the things I did colorful and gone, 'cause I want you to hold on, drive me all the way, never take me back. Won't you fly me all the way, 'cause I want you back. Don't call on me. Don't call on me. Don't call on
Okay, first off, I felt that. That was great. That was a good moment. But I want to bring something up that I thought about a bit earlier. There's a couple of things actually to point out. First, good songs. I really like that. That was great. Two, is the music diegetic or not? Because there were a lot of effects there that should not happen. If Fang is playing an actual guitar, electric, singing, there's a couple of weird overlays. Is that what Fang feels? What Fang sounds like in their head? Because if that's the case, then why isn't every song like that? Why do we focus on the visuals of Fang feeling things instead of the background stuff? Because in the other one, it was... Two, I forgot what the other one was. I've mentioned this in a comment, but the fact that they feel the need for rhythm games when we're not Fang, we aren't gaining the experience as Fang is. Fang has been practicing all year. We haven't. I think are people who make games like this afraid to just let some music play with some activities? Because it's fine. People listen to music and looked at beautiful music videos and concerts and other stuff. Like, you can just let music play and let an emotional moment play out without people talking, with just lyrics. It's fine. I don't need a minigame and jingling keys to be distracted. Just let me enjoy the music. Would they be like that? Like, what are they doing? I don't know if people would be okay with Fang just walking up there. I think LJ, it would probably work. It just feels a little weird to me. Because, I don't know, it's just... I don't know. It just doesn't feel like this moment itself is set up. Like that Fang would do something like this. The power outage is having a consistent problem. Fang defying the situation and taking control hasn't been a somatic theme. Like, this is just coming out of nowhere to make a scene more dramatic. Also, I got double 90s on both. Yay, I'm very good at music. I really like that moment. Just focusing on the playing does make it a bit more bearable. And does make it interesting. But again, the disconnect is a little weird. Like, what is the purpose of the minigame? What is the purpose of the music track specifically? Like the sections where the music takes this kind of priority? Like, why did it take a couple of lines before the playing part kicked in when Fang started playing on stage? Why did it take a few seconds? If it's diegetic, if you're playing as Fang, then we should start when Fang starts. I did like the last moment where we did a little plink and you did push the button. That was a nice moment. That was a nice little ooh. I did like it. I like how Reed isn't in this picture, even though he was also there. I don't know. Like, you can play a drum set without... Like, when you think about it, if you think about it real hard, Trish is the only one who can't participate when the sound goes out. Because I don't know if a bass guitar even works without it, right? Yeah. I don't know if they're reaction shots. I was busy with the minigame. But it's a good moment to do that kind of stuff. If the player doesn't have to play the minigame, you can use it for more storytelling. You can show things instead of telling them. And why wasn't Reed? You can play drums without the electric amplifier. That's how drums work, you dumbass. But does a bass work without electricity? Because if it does, they have no excuse other than their nerves. In which case, things just get funny. I don't know. It works really well. But on some level, I feel the need to say that it's one of those cheap shots where it's not the writing, it's the human core elements of being sad with sad music. You're being a little cheap. Get a hot minute. The rat hole in Chicago has been filled in. That's a shame. It was a hole for rats. I gotta say it though. Give me that fat hot dog. Kind of sing it. Yeah, but like that just means that like Trish and Reed aren't into it, and that should be something they talk about. I hope that once this scene is over, they go to the backstage, and Trish is like, "Oh, that was like, oh no," and Fang is like, "Why didn't you guys help me? Come on, like, you can play the instruments of that. I don't know."
I hardly need to say anything, do I? I give you our winners of the Battle of the Bands. Worm Drama!
What an unearned moment. I love it when a good moment is not earned.
Oh my god.
Oh my god!
We won!
Also, this sounds like a really loud audience for like, what, 20 to 30 people in a coffee shop? Stan Worm Drama for clear skin. Okay, but Worm Drama slaps. Swamp Baby's crashing and burning. Wouldn't it be great if the whole power outage thing actually causes them to like stand on stage and look like a bunch of idiots? Instead of Fang going, I feel sad for them, we actually see them and we, the audience, feel sad for them. Like, oh man, look at them. They were playing so nice and then they fell short. So that when Fang plays without the music, it feels more warrant. It's like they are shut down, but Fang gets up. That's what I think they're going for. But if we don't see that happening, it just feels like they got caught off guard, which is not the same thing. Like, Fang went into it knowing what they were doing. Worm Drama basically got screwed. Winning the whole battle. Literally, wow. It's called skill. I don't know what to tell you. I love how this is actually fucking story relevant, but it also comes out of nowhere. And it also feels super weird. Also, it's Abby. It's one of the few characters we get to see. Isn't it nice that Abby is here? That's someone we know. We've actually seen at least.
Obliterated it. It was.
Oh my god! Did you see the Trish jumping animation? Did you see how the lines on Trish's pants just discombobulated? And how weird? Oh man, they do not know any of the animation principles, do they? Oh, ow, ooh, don't like. You can just make a visual novel, my man. You could just make a visual novel. Or get some actual animators. Like you write, here's what you do, right? Here's what you do. You write out the script, all of it. You do a couple of drafts, all of it. Then you hire some voice actors, you get your lines. Then you send it to the animators with the voice lines so they can animate it accordingly. And then you just put some goofy little minigames and distractions in between. And now you got a high quality visual novel without the stupid bullshit. There are a lot of anime studios in Japan who will gladly take your shitty offer. Trust me. Actually, apparently the animation industry there is completely just pumped dry with bad offers. It's great.
So dramatic and cool and powerful and yeah!
That was so good. Hey Trish, why didn't you get up on the fucking stage? You can still play bass or provide backup vocals.
And Fang was like, Fang! Holy shit, dude!
That's a great Trish though.
You pulled up a solo in the dark. That was amazing.
This animation, if the game was that animation style, I would have been okay with it because it's got some energy to it. It's better than the stiff garbage we got. That's nice. The song, though, I really do think it's good. By the way, I should point this out because it's kind of cool. A neat deet, for when I get my wiki, my wiki, there's going to be a page of neat deets, things I've pointed out specifically as being neat deets. I daydream of that every day of the week. What I want to point out. Which one? Oh yeah, 12 o'clock. So apparently there are a couple of songs that are performed by both the song person, as in I think it's is it Bridget Nagger? Nagger? Nagar. I don't like a good cigar. Voices. Yeah, Lachlan Watson does the normal voice, and Bridget Nagger does the singing voice. But this is one of those songs where Lachlan also recorded the vocals, which I think is kind of neat. And also makes me wonder why they bothered, but hey, whatever. It feels weird to me in some weird way, but whatever.
Amazing.
Classic Dark One.
Thanks, guys. God, if we did that well in a power outage, imagine how we're gonna do on tour. We're gonna crush it.
You know, we didn't feel the passage of time that Fang has, but Fang, like, heard from Trish about the whole I'm quitting worm drama for a little bit, like, months ago. If we had that same, we might have forgotten about it. Instead, it's fresh enough in our head that we're like, Fang, you dumb fuck. You dumb bastard. Trish is saying they're taking a hiatus. That tour is going to be way late. I always love opening my videos on a gross sound, so for the people who watch the stream, fresh recording.
Oh, right. About that.
Did you forget, you
Fang,
dumbass?
I need to tell you something kind of important.
Trish already said that they were quitting the band for a hiatus after Battle of the Bands. What are you talking about? This should be like a reminder.
Yeah? What's up?
I wanted to talk to you about touring this summer.
No, but when you say Battle of the Bands is my last one, then it's implied you're not going on tour in summer. Because it's close enough. It's April. That's pretty close to summer in my perspective.
So, you know how a while back I said I wanted to go on a break from...
Worm drama. Our champions. Congrats on a killer performance, kids. You blew everyone away. In the dark, no less. Anyway, as you know, winners of the battle go to Caldera Fest. But I wanted to come and personally confirm it.
This moment is so good for LJ. Like, this is a really good LJ moment. Weird that we never got any.
You in?
Yes, yes. We are so in.
Glad to hear it. I'll let you celebrate.
But it would have been a great moment to have Trish stand there and like get increasingly angry as it's like, you're not listening. You didn't remember. You weren't listening. You don't care, or something like that. What's a worm drama? Oh, Krish is one of the guys who's into... Don't play. One of the guys that's into Swamp Babies, I think. He's such a sad sack.
Great show.
Like, Trish literally brought up the break. Like, Fang, are you this oblivious? With your own friends. Everything okay? That's the more sympathetic one. You know, let him talk.
Are you guys alright? Like, did something just happen? What's wrong? Aren't we celebrating?
Yes, totally. We
What picture is Trish stretched out?
are celebrating. Dude, that was amazing, right?
Okay, remember when I said that Reed doesn't like confrontation? This is kind of the scene where I get that from, because I want you to look at Reed. This is such a nice little character moment that could have been established earlier in the story instead of being the one to confront Mrs. Roberts about things, and it feels kind of about,
I'm happy for you. Really. For us.
Good subtle writing. She starts off with, for you, because it doesn't matter to Trish, and then for us as sort of a correction.
But I don't think we're on the same page about Caldera Fest.
Shouldn't that be your... Like, I don't care if you think about the band like that. It should be you, because it's Fang specifically, Trish.
What do you mean? This is what we've always wanted. We finally proved ourselves to LJ, to everyone.
Like, for Fang, it works, because Fang is oblivious. But for Trish, who should know this and has thought about this, it should be more obvious that it's me and you, or me and Reed, we, versus you.
We're doing it. What? What is it? This is our chance to do what we love.
For a story that seems to have been built mostly on characters just failing to communicate, it just keeps going. And
That's what you love, Fang. You never asked what we wanted.
Then what do you love?
Then what is it? Well, what do you want to do instead?
I wish I had more time for entomology, to hang out with Rosa, to play L&L. There's so much more I want to do.
What about us?
But what about us?
What?
It's cool that you want all those things, but the world is ending. And you don't even want...
The the world is ending, I thought, I don't know about you, but like we haven't gotten a newsflash update or anything, and like Fang is saying, I don't know, maybe work on that plot detail a bit more, show that people are actually taking this seriously, even if they're pretending they aren't. Like it's in the back.
Want to spend it with me, with us. I thought we were important to you too.
Of course you are. I'm not saying I want to stop being friends.
Then why are you quitting the band?
I have other friends, Fang. If all I do is rehearse for what you want, I won't have any time to see them.
You mean one other friend?
I know Caldera Fest means a lot to you, and I don't want to take that away from you. I just need time of my own. Maybe you could do Caldera Fest as a solo act.
What?
Like again, it'd be kind of cool if instead Fang is like, okay, I'll just do it as a solo act then, and then Trish gets offended or not. Like all those character moments before this moment, right? They put the meteor on pause until they had the whole thing. Like I guess the implication is that because the power has gone out a couple of times, they're more worried about it. But put that a little more to the forefront because it's a little too subtle. Because again, Reed is like, oh, the building is just old, so it's already diffused a little bit. But like, you can make this a good moment for like, how well are you doing? If Fang and Trish are on good terms, Fang and Trish can resolve this amicably. If Trish is on bad terms, but Fang is confident, Fang's like, okay, I'll just do a solo act. Like, clearly, I can work on stage alone and work the crowd. I'll just work alone. And Trish is like, no, Fang, no. If Fang has low self-esteem, has low Fang points, but good Trish and Reed points, they're like, listen, Fang, you need to do this. You gotta do this alone. Like, if we're gonna live up our dreams, if I'm gonna live up my dreams of Bug, then you should live up your dreams of music. And then they're supporting Fang and they're pushing. If they're both shit with points, then Fang just shuts up and this conversation just derails into nothingness. And that way, anyone who's gotten those affinity points, like, oh, this is cool. Maybe if you did poorly in the performance, or heck, if you just have low Fang points, Fang botches the performance. But if you have good LJ points, then LJ is sympathetic. But if you have low LJ points, then maybe you don't even win. Again, winning Caldera Fest is irrelevant for the story, because they put on their own performance at the end of the world. So who fucking cares? Like, from a plot perspective, this is just a beat that helps establish certain characteristics. There's so much you can do with it. The asteroid was about to land, and then I saw him standing there. I walked up to Principal Spears, but he told me to stay at a safe distance. I wondered why. He told me that some business needed to be taken care of. I asked him what business he could possibly have at the end of the world. He simply looked me dead in the eye and said in words that will stay with me forever, I intend for there to be a next year, Mr. Moose. Dismissed. The image of him shirtless will be burned in my mind forever. I am uncertain if I was terrified or in total awe, but I saw the sublime, and it was shaped. I don't even want to talk about it, really. See, Reed is in such a bad spot, and we're just kind of looking over him. I guess that's part of the point. Remember, he's lore master. He's literally, like, leading several teens through a fucking dungeon, and somehow he can't resolve this conflict? Fuck you, Reed. Get the fuck out of here.
You could totally pull it off. And LJ's obviously in your corner now, so...
Again, great moment to have character points matter. Like, if they're all... If you had the affinity system worked properly, this would be a great moment of, like, Reed doesn't support. If you have good points with Reed, Reed stands up for himself. Like, Reed will defend you if Trish goes overboard, if you have bad Trish points. And then they're like, oh, well, LJ isn't on your side, but at least you did... So much you can do with this. It's such a good nexus for all those character points. We get nothing. If you hung out with Mrs. Roberts, like you took your college seriously, Mrs. Roberts like, oh, you're such a good student. Maybe Mrs. Roberts or the parents sent like a little text of like, we're rooting for you, kid. Oh, I heard you won on the internets. You know, that kind of stuff. There's so much you can do with it. And they did the basics. This is not a video game. This is a proof of concept at best.
No way. How could you even suggest that?
Hello? You killed it on stage before Reed and I joined you. Obviously you got the skills. You don't really need us up there with you.
Every time they put Trish in the foreground like that, I keep thinking like they want to skimp out on the lip syncing.
The only reason I was able to do all of that was because I knew that you and Reed were gonna pack me up.
Again, would have been great if they took that Nasser scene, which is less impactful because it's just Nasser. But you put it earlier in the story, and you make it this moment where you train the player, like, okay, when you get into a conflict and the emotions are running high, Fang starts saying stupid shit, and you gotta pick the right option. You gotta be fast and on your toes and select it quickly before it fades away forever. And you make that a whole little gimmick cutscene, and then maybe we do it again, maybe with Naomi, maybe with Fang's parents, like Fang's parents call, or they have a conversation, and then this is like the time where you have to prove that you've mastered the art of selecting the right options. You know, to earn some brownie points, or maybe, if you get Sterling, if everyone is maxed out, then cool. You get through this sublime. There is no argument. You skip it. You're doing so good. The game is like, here's a kiss, here's the bouquet, here's the golden trophy. You can just leave. Don't worry. There's no combat. There's no social combat. You can just leave. You've won the game, buddy. Let me roll out the red carpet for you. Let me put down the pictures.
You have always had my back. Why are you leaving right when it matters the most?
Always had your back? Fang, you were specifically angry about Trish not wanting to do the ritual before the show, right? You were angry about that, upset, or at the very least you cared. Trish has not always had your back, buddy. There's a couple of other times too, like Trish has bugged out. Remember, they had a band meeting on the roof, and Trish slid out of that conversation. Trish left one of the early band meetings for what songs they were going to play. Trish has not had your back for a while, Fang. Pay the fucking attention already. Goddamn. It's like they showed, but they're telling me differently. And that's even dumber. Whoops.
Okay, come on,
When have you ever had my back, Fang?
Poor Reed is just sinking away. Poor guy.
We've always done what you wanted to do, and that's fine.
I like these new mouths they're using for Trish. They're really a lot more energetic. They really communicate that strong yelling.
But there's only so much time we have left. I can't spend the rest of it following along after you. I need to think of myself, too.
I really like that there's so many options. Would have been great for like a social combat system where you have to pick the right options, you have to be careful. Careful, be very careful. And then we say nothing, which is even weirder. Storage. Why is it called a green room? Sunset. Why is there a curtain there? Is that like the entrance to the main stage? That actually makes sense. Too bad we never established that. Why isn't Swamp Babies in the back? Isn't Swamp Babies like a band that's participating? Shouldn't they be back there after they were done? Or are they sitting in the main? Swamp Babies were robbed. Oh, did she change her name? I'm gonna laugh my ass off if she's down here and her name isn't updated. Because she's posted before. Okay, listen. All right? You want to know? Listen. Shut up. Sit your ass down. You want to know how you make this work? Here's something you do. You make the posts and everything. You assign them to a character. All right? Shut up. You make that the backbone. But then you have a list. A special list of like, what is their actual display name? And that display name list is dynamic. It depends on where you are in the story. So if you're in episode 1, they use these names. In episode 2, they use these names. A tiny little detail. But if you use it right, it's like everyone's name updates. Worm Enjoyer suddenly is like, Worm Drama for life. And Claire is like, Swamp Babies is gonna win it as they get closer. And they may be nervous. Like, I don't know. What does it matter if the world's gonna end? I don't know why it matters if the world's gonna end. I think it's nerves. You know, they're teens. They haven't lived their lives and all that stuff. But yeah, like the Claire thing, I know it's a tiny detail, but if you're going to build this, make it easy on yourself. Don't hard-code it. Make it into, like, actually build, like, a tiny web app that you run on your stupid video game. It's really easy to do, all things considered, because once you have the display capabilities, once you can display this information, like, the background text is like, that's a sneeze and a cough. Heck, you can have Claire's avatar update, too. Being like, if you're in episode 6... after this flag, you use this version of Claire's image, and it's like a do not interact sign with a don't talk to me, and it's cuter. It's cuter because they can scroll and go, oh, like 1 out of 1,000,000 people will notice, but they'll be like, that is so clever, and I love it, and this makes me truly love this game. You never know who cares about those details. I do, because I'm a pedantic bastard who yells a lot. Look at all these cute. Look at the lady on the left. I love braids. Braids are such an underused hairstyle. They're so good. Look at them.
Bang!
Stella's hand was rotating around one axis. That's not how your wrist works at all. Your wrist is not that smooth, is it? Nope. Also, your fingers would kind of move as you wave because that's just the natural. Because your fingers are not that rigid. Just saying. Oh, that's so awkward.
Hey, superstar! Oh, too bright. Oh, my eyes. Someone get the power again.
That's the wrong face for
Thing, you guys were amazing.
For real. Chills. Ah, it was magical.
Oh, by the way, I saw Trish and Reed pop out earlier.
Ah! I can't believe they ditched their biggest fans in their hour of triumph.
that. What a voice crack. That's great.
You must have known you were gonna make them sign your face.
So, quick thing. So, obviously, this is some sort of burner phone, right? This is not Naomi's phone. Why hasn't Naomi, like, picked up a cute little, like, it would have been so easy for Naomi to pick, like, a little Pretty Heroes avatar or something or anything. If it's a burner phone. If it's not, then shouldn't Naomi have, like, I'm thinking too hard about this stuff. I care too much about these goofy little details. I care too much. Don't ever make me run your project. I will make you regret it. I will come to your house at 2 a.m. in the morning, and I will tell you, listen. I need you to make the line 1 pixel taller, because on some resolutions, it gets shrunk down, you can't see it, and it flickers in and out, and it's really annoying. Who's going to notice? People are just going to open someone is going to scroll, and I don't want them to see it. Yeah, Real Lobster. You can read it and get new options. That would tie into the idea of, like, doom scrolling. Like, doom scrolling is a thing you can do, and it gets you access to cool information and pictures and all that fun stuff, but it makes Fang's mood worse. Like, it costs Fang energy, and maybe it unlocks more doom options. Like, hell, some of the positive options go away because Fang is so depressed because you've been looking at too many doom things. I don't know. Oh, classic Swamp Babies L. You love to see it. Riley, turn your location on. Glad Swamp Babies lost to BH. Why are they even competing here? They've won so many battles. Yeah, this is what I mean. They've already won the battle. Why the fuck are they still competing? Can't LG just throw them in? It's implied they've won at least twice, at which point LG should just let them in. And let someone else win for once. Fuck you, LJ, you loser. Are we gonna meet? You know what? I'll leave this up to you. Are we meeting them right now, or are we? Go now. Would I make a perfect project lead? I talk about that a lot. But I don't know if I got what it takes. I don't know if I got what it takes. I don't know if I got the long... Would I have the long... I don't know. But I'll never be a project lead. Because in order to be a project lead, you need to have certain skills. Social skills, networking skills. And I don't have those. I'll never cheese my way into a conversation. I would love to be to try it out, though. Because I like trying new things. Be project lead. Get to yell at people. I get to be a producer. I get to yell at people and I get to pretend that I did something. And then in the credits, I'm above everyone else. And I get to go and sit there during the debut and go, I don't deserve to be there. But for some reason, project lead goes first. No, I'd probably be like, hey, put the programmers first. You actually put in the goddamn work. Voice actors, programmers, and then I get to sit somewhere at the bottom with the C-suite. Rubbing elbows. God. I would have so much to say about how the credits are organized. I would have so much to say. First off, the people who made the game go first. Everyone who isn't even involved in the creation of the game gets a special section that's called, they didn't do anything, but they insisted. Oh, I have bad ideas at the wazoo. I'm a voice actor. I'm a programmer. I can write. I can draw. I can lead your projects. I can single-handedly make your game a true disaster. Sure, it won't be the game you wanted, but everyone will talk about it for years to come as the biggest, most beautiful bonfire they had seen in their life. They'll talk about this dumpster fire for so long, this train wreck. You will be remembered in the annals of history as the man who put that moron in charge. And that is a prestige you cannot get elsewhere. Only with me and my capacity for utter ruin. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I just. Listen, I think I could probably do it. If I really tried, I think I can do a lot more than I give myself credit for. But I like hamming it up a little bit. It just feels right. Someone is sending me cute art, and I have to say that's cute art to them. I'm sorry. I'm legally obliged to. Like I wouldn't intentionally bugger it. I would do my best, and I would probably get a little hung up on things, and some people would get angry at me. But I like to think that I could probably make it work. I probably wouldn't make it any worse. And you know what? Sometimes that's good enough. Let me just relax for a moment, because otherwise I'm going to get into a chuckle fuck mood, and we don't want that. I would like to lead a project. Do I have the Toby Fox attitude? No. Toby Fox is a unique man. He has an insight, an eye for detail that I can only dream of imagining. Like, goddamn, Toby Fox knows. That man feels like he just ate a dictionary and he just knows every word and how to play with them. It's impressive. Maybe in 10 to 20 years I can get there. Undertale level, not Deltarune. Don't think I can catch up with that man. But the problem is, who would I ever sign up with? I don't know anyone, and nobody knows me. Like, that's the funny part. The people that know that I want to do this aren't the people that know that I can do this, that need it. So anyway, let's stop the poll. How many votes did we get? 3 votes. Okay, people want me to hang out. Well, fine, we'll hang out. The project lead, say that we're gonna hang out down the street. Let's stay here for a little bit.
Oh, yeah, they probably just needed some air.
Oh.
What is our orbit like? By the way, if this game was cool and designed by smart people, this is the moment where Trish exits the orbit temporarily. Trish just ejects temporarily outwards, so that when you go here and you have a good Trish score, like, oh no! Maybe Nasser gets a bit worse. Maybe Reed gets a bit worse. Maybe Reed gets closer because he feels like he has to do something. He feels more attached. No. Play around with your systems. New recording. So I have to tell everyone who's watching the recording, I'm available as a project lead. I will make it a disaster. It will be remembered. Don't worry.
Okay.
Better get to me before I get a job, or I'll never be available.
Anyway, I know you guys were backstage, but did you see Swamp Babies?
Oh my god, it was so bad. 2 of Pentacles. Reversed. Utter chaos.
I'm sorry, but I have a tarot deck and I have to look at it now. 2 of Pentacles reversed. Where is my 2 of Pentacles? I got a Page of Swords, the Queen of Pentacles, 2 of Pentacles. So, what is Pentacles again? That's coins, right? That's like family matters and money. So early on... Oh god, I forgot to read how these cards read. I gotta find the Pentacles and I gotta find 2 of them. Why am I poking out my cards? Because it's a bit different when I read in my cards, you know? Cards are not the same. I gotta look up my source that told me about the stuff, because I might have made a mistake there, and I might have... That is the Ace of Pentacles. That's one. So the lower numbers are like the beginning of a journey, and the higher numbers are the end of the journey. Or like completion and stuff, so... I'm worried these cards are gonna cut me because they're sliding on my stomach. I'm wearing a shirt, don't worry about it. But I'm worried that they'll just slice through me because they're incredibly nice cards. And such nice cards can do great damage to a man who is arrogant and foolish. Okay. Oh, this is great. I actually drew it reversed too. That's pretty cute. That's pretty cute. Maybe I'll put a tarot reading in the... Okay, listen. I actually went and I did a little draft reading, a little bit of writing, for what if Anon transferred to the Goodbye Volcano High version of Volcano High. Just a little exploratory writing. It's really nothing. It's like a couple of pages. But it's fun. It was fun to do. This guy's juggling 2 coins between his hands. How lovely for him. But it really got me thinking about like the intricacies of getting Anon to work as a character, getting him involved. I quickly figured out that I need to get Anon to agree to whatever the fuck Naomi is saying because he couldn't get involved with Naomi otherwise. So my idea is that in the first meeting with Mrs. Roberts, he says something that makes Roberts like, listen, Anna, you're getting extracurricular. You are doing something because I know your type and you're going to fuck up this year. I'm not letting you. You're getting something. So that when he's outside and Naomi's talking about, hey, do you want to join like the school newspaper or something? Roberts peeks out and is like, Anon, you are doing this with a death glare. And he's like, oh, I can't say no. She'll kill me. That way, Anon, as a person, doesn't have to agree to it. And Naomi thinks that, oh, Anon's a great person. You know, fun stuff like that. Anyway, Pentacles. Pentacles deals with material and familial matters. I knew it. I'm very smart. I'm getting better at this. So what does the 2 say? Well, the 2 has a guy who's juggling 2 coins. So I imagine that he's barely making it work. He's learning the intricacies of juggling the difficulties of life. It's got an infinity symbol, though, so that might mean something. Who knows? Wands, cups. I'm looking for pentacles, also known as coins. Swords, pentacles. 2 of Pentacles. A young man in the act of dancing and has a pentacle in either hand. And they are joined by an endless cord, like that is the number 8 reversed. The divinatory message is, it is interpreted as a card of gaiety, recreation, and its connections, which is the subject of its design. But it can also be read as news and messages in writing, such as obstacles, agitation, trouble, or embroilment. Reversed is enforced gaiety, simulated enjoyment, literal sense, handwriting, composition. Oh, that's weird. Gaiety probably means like happiness and just revelry. And yes, it is that kind of gaiety. Wink wonk. Anyway, please put the Hey Arnold soundtrack in your head and fast forward to the part where it goes. You are legally required.
But not the fun kind. Well, fun for us because we hate them, but...
Shit. I gotta go. I forgot something outside.
I like how that is a... You could just have... Like, I know there's a scene transition, but it... So, not immediately going outside. All it does is it makes you stand there for like 2 extra dialogue lines. And I guess Naomi gets a bit pissy. If this was well designed, you could pull up the direct messages feed, and they're like, are you coming? Hello? Hello? And you feel bad about it? I don't know. Hell, you could make it a situation. Here's what you could do, right? Clever moment. You and me. Let's workshop this. Make it a minigame. Have this be where you can get a lot of points with Rosa and Sage and Stella. You can get points with all of them. And you sit there. But as you sit there and this little bar goes up, this little bar of like, everyone loves you, everyone thinks you're great, they're having such a great moment. And maybe Fang's self-esteem goes up. But as you do that, the other bar of like Naomi goes down, down, down. Maybe Nasser's bar goes down because Nasser knows. Maybe Nasser knows. And Nasser's like, oh, Fang, I can't believe you're... Where's Nasser in this? Why isn't Nasser like, hey, congratulating? I forgot he was here. Holy shit, this is such a botched scene. What the fuck? This is awful.
Ah, Naomi, did you see somebody waiting out here? Wait. It's you?
Yeah, it's me. Surprise!
Hey.
Man, I cannot read the expressions and tone of this scene.
I'm sorry I'm late. I got caught up.
It's fine. I was on my way out anyway. Congrats on winning the battle. You guys did great.
I wasn't trying to ghost you, I swear.
I waited for you, Fang. I wanted to congratulate you in person.
Nasser, despite knowing Naomi and probably knowing what Naomi is doing here, has nothing to add to this scene, I guess. I feel I'm too straight for this game because for whatever reason I was hoping Reed would be loved. Listen, man, I wanna hang out with Reed. I've mentioned that before, but even I don't know if I want to hang out with Reed.
It's all kind of a blur right now. I mean, the show was great, but after we went backstage, a lot happened after the show. Like, a lot. With Trish and Reed. Honestly, I don't think I'm ready to talk about us. This. Not yet.
Well, not right now, you mean.
Oh. I mean, that's fine.
I promise I'm
Considering that Naomi's entire character is going into awkward situations and surviving, let's see how they handle this.
not trying to avoid you. I just need some time.
By the way, a real lobster with an internet connection. I love that your name is so long that on my chat window, it's always on a new line from the timestamp. It's great.
To process this and everything else. Wait for me?
Sure.
You've waited like a whole year. You can wait.
We can talk later.
Half a year.
Naomi,
It's fine. I'm used to waiting for you. Bye, Fang.
Naomi should be way more understanding given their usual rigidity. I love how the alley looks very clean. Oh, that's such a cute... There's Nasser.
Told you you'd win.
Nasser, you should know that Naomi is here.
Need a ride?
Yes.
yeah.
I imagine that Fang was riding with you know, Reed.
Thanks.
Cool. I'm parked over there.
Why did they stop? Anyway, the Aurora Borealis. At this time of day, at this time of year, localized entirely within your kitchen. Yes. May I see it? Sure. Actually, it's not Aurora Borealis. It'd be like Aurora Australis or something, because it's from an asteroid, not the poles. They're in the tropics. Aurora Tropicalis or something. I don't fucking know. I'm not smart. Yeah, Reed deserves a hug. That'd be cute. Like, if you got good Reed points or good Fang points, you can give him a hug to get some extra... Like, that's how you build that kind of affinity system, is you have these little interactions. And you make it clear to the player what they're going for. Like, you can hug Reed and make up with him and give him some confidence. And then Reed has this bonus flag where he's a little more confident because he knows he's got your back. You've got his back. But then you're a little late with Trish and you miss out on a couple of options because you don't have enough time to talk about it. Ugh! Like, how dynamic do you want it to be? Because you can make this stuff pretty dynamic. I think I dream too big, because this is starting to get scope creepy. This is getting like a little too much. But it's an interesting idea. Especially if it's all you got. Anyway, the background artists are killing it as usual. I love how the aurora is shining from the back. How long have we been recording for now? Like an hour and a half? Ugh. Oh my god, why are these people sending me messages like this? The loyalty missions from Mass Effect. Nah, yeah, sure. Reed will die during the asteroid near miss if you don't hug him. For no reason. Oh, this is awesome. I hate you, Heat Death. I hate you, Meteor. I love you, vending machine on the second floor. I hate you, Mrs. Roberts. I hate you, Impact Death. Students, as a reminder, the school stay open unless directed by the school board. Please continue attending classes as normal. Please. And despite the fact they're still like, the asteroid isn't causing this probably. Clearly it is. Weird as it is. Giving yellow light speed and all. Oh my god. Yeah, school is totally still open. Candlelight Vigil, oh my god. Comet Flash, oh, that is so good though. I wish you got a little bit of that earlier, like just a couple of murals would have been great in the background. You know, I have a couple of murals in the background of this escalation, this slow creeping threat. I love how it's a fucking vigil too. That's so terrifying. Oh. Damn. You know, I'm gonna give you this. If this was Snoot Game and they were actually pulling this shit, they would probably have Anon attend that for some reason or another. Because maybe Fang shows up because Fang's like worried about it. And we would actually get this incredibly depressing scene where a bunch of teens are trying to make amends with the fact that they're going to die. You know, on the casual, on the sly. Kadira City Schools. Wait a minute. I thought they said that they're still open. Wait, is it called Kadira City or Kadira Bay?
Took my time to make it hard. First to be and last to go.
If this was a great game, I would know some of the characters that are sitting in this crowd, and I'd be like, oh, that's that character. Of course they'd still go to school. But it's just Naomi, and she's obvious. Why are you here, Fang?
Don't wake me up, I'm gonna wait. Don't wake me up, I'm gonna stay away. See
You fucked it up. Just have Fang and the guitar so that it's like the band is broken up. But I guess the drums are fine because technically Reed isn't broken up, but I do like how this is set up, though. They did get the proper, like, tonal shift. Everything is a bit grayer, a bit more dour. The school's fucked up. There's only a few people still attending school. Fang is at music class for some reason. I guess the school doesn't care anymore, or still letting students use the place or whatever. Maybe some teachers are still giving classes. But then the song is pretty depressing. It works very well. But, like, there's something missing. I don't know how to explain it. This works really well, but there's something missing. I don't know what it is. Like a good lead-in, a good like early establishment of this escalation. Like, what does Nasser feel about this? Because he probably would be affected by this a lot, that the school will shut down, since he got class president and now he's fucked. Like, the end of the world feels closer than ever, but, you know, with the mandate and suspension and all that stuff, would he take it hard? Like, you could show him arguing about that. Maybe Trish is like, but no, we fuck. Like, shouldn't Trish attend that Naomi thing? Because Trish really wants the future to happen. Like, it drops on you. And I guess that works. You know what? You know what my problem is? The asteroid existed before this moment. If this is when they revealed the asteroid, and it just comes all at once, and it comes really hard, then the tonal whiplash would have worked a lot better. And you would have been slapped by it, just clapped across the cheeks. Just 5 across the cheeks from both directions, back and forth and back and forth. And you're like, oh no, we just won the contest, and Fang broke up, and now the world is ending, and everyone is depressed, and the school is a complete mess, and Fang is just there in this fugue state, playing music, and trying to work up the courage. It could be a bit more interesting. It hits hard, but it feels a little too constrained is my problem.
Show was intense, huh?
At least several days ago, I imagine.
Guess you haven't talked to Trish?
Nope. Feels too weird right now. Like, are we even still friends?
Only one way to find out.
You know, they use weird so much. I wonder what would have happened if you take every instance of weird that the teens use and replace it with, like, another word so that it feels like their own sort of slang. I don't know.
So, is LNL still on for this weekend?
Dude, I wish. I'm pretty sure LNL is dead as hell. Hard enough to get the group together in the good times. With all this, and all that, I'm pretty sure it's good as done.
I don't think you should just give up on it, though.
There's not much a DM can do without a group, dude. Personally, I can't think of anything I'd rather do than mess around in a fantasy world. Laughing, crying, making stupid jokes, seduction rolls, whatever. It's a real escape.
I think we need that right now.
I agree. But it doesn't really work if you're on your own. I guess I knew things would get bad. But I thought we'd at least stick it out together.
Yeah, me too.
I'm going away. 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 I'm
Wait, why is Fang barehanding the guitar? Doesn't she have a pick? They. You know, that's a good scene. But let's just do this one more. I don't know how long this is.
Listen, kid.
I like how Rosa's just working there, even though LJ's...
Sounds like you fucked up. Your friends wanted different things. You should have known that.
Why is LJ taking on the mentor role? I mean, I know that LJ, like, lore-wise, mechanically, is perfect for this, because LJ has seen other bands. She's seen probably bands break up and all that stuff. She should know this stuff. But LJ hasn't really been properly built up as that kind of character. Yeah, I know Fang has fingernails, and she can play it. They can play it like that. But my problem is that they have a pick.
Yeah.
And it feels weird to do with claws like that.
I think maybe a part of me knew. I just didn't want it to be true.
Where are you gonna go from here?
I don't know. Trish did say I could go solo, I guess.
No. Fang, hold up and look around you for a second.
I'm trying.
Fang, you've got skills and the making of something great, but you're better with your band. Happier with them. That means way more than making it big on your own.
No. Like... Oh, this is great. You ever wonder what's going to come after, like, after death? Help! Oh, they got a really sad one. Dimitri, how am I going to finally touch grass if all that's left is a dusty crater, you know? Got that one, Demisar. I would like the idea of LJ recommending, like, listen, you can go solo. You can do that, you know? But you should probably be with your band as much as you can before you go there. Like, you want to make this work. They clearly have other ideas. You should let them. But at the very least, you should take them with you as long as you can. You know, a more realistic and pragmatic perspective other than this gushy, wishy stuff. I don't know, LJ seems a bit too pragmatic for that.
What, too soft for you?
Yeah.
Listen, if I was in this business for profit alone, I'd sign you as a solo act and ship you out on an apocalypse tour yesterday.
Yeah, but clearly Fang can't keep the band together forever. Like, Reed doesn't want to go that far. He obviously is going to probably bang off the second it gets too big. And Trish wants to do something intellectual that won't involve band stuff. Like, if Fang wants to make this their job and actually make money, then yes, they should probably go solo at some point and actually make the goddamn money. Maybe, you know, sell some singles online for fuck's sake.
There's a reason I stayed in this town, and why I look for talent in kids like you.
Would have been nice if we had established that, you know, at any earlier point with some other cutscenes so that when this comes, we're like, oh, that all works together.
It's about community. Nothing's worth doing till the end of all things if you don't have people to share it with.
Yeah, fun about the community in a world with no adults or characters outside of the main cast.
When it comes down to it, I'd rather have people I love with me when the meteor hits than piles of money and whatever else comes with making it.
Which is ironic, because she later literally says, I'm going to a cabin in the woods and hide out for this to go over. So, like, what?
And I think you would too, Fang.
I don't know if that's possible anymore, though. I think I ruined everything.
Fang, Trish so...
No, this should be where LJ says, no, Fang, you can't ruin things like that in one go. It takes more than one. Because, you know, again, old, wise, has seen bands before, should know how this kind of works. And then Rosa butts in with, LJ is right. You can still fix it. So that LJ seems wise and smart, and then Rosa provides the actual practical advice.
Loves you. You know that, right?
It's not the end of the world. Yet.
Kind of interesting, they're carrying this whole song through it. That's kind of neat. But it does imply that a lot of time is passing, which makes this all the more awkward. But Fang is clearly trying to drift away and do something else and distract themselves, which is good. But he also has the question. Weird song, by the way. I'm going away, I'm going away. When, like, the whole point is that Fang doesn't want to go away and doesn't want it to end. And I guess that's the emo vent for you. Very edgy. Sitting on the hill, Look, it's the hill they sat on when they talked about their futures. It's metaphorical, symbolic, I guess. Would have worked better with more than one scene doing it. That's it. We're gonna leave. People keep coming for me every time I open this app. Des feels the vibes are bad. Anna. Oh, that's so goofy. LOL. I can't decline that I would like to realize.
Well,
No, we're leaving it. We're leaving it here. Bye, recording people. I'm gonna go to the bathroom and then we can have a little chit chat. About what we just went through. And again, the whole, like, LJ says, like, I want to be here with friends, but we don't know who are LJ's friends. Like, LJ talks about going into a cabin in the woods, and then they show up for the band anyway, which feels like a weird misdirection. I don't get it. I just don't get it. Shouldn't she put it on anyway? Because she made a lot of the bands, and probably LJ can pull together, like, bands they had. Like Tina and the Tyrannosaurus. Maybe she can get those bands invited for the tour, or like Caldera Fest to make it a big final blowout. Like, you can do that stuff, LJ, without... Fuck you, LJ. You're an idiot. You had a perfect opportunity. Anyway, recording over. I'm going to the toilet and do a little cool down. Without a good episode. I like the music. I like the setup. I like the atmosphere. Very strong stuff. Took a long time to get that going, but, like, man, that does deliver. That does go there. A little weird that we're past the halfway point. We're at episode 6, so, yeah. Yeah. I gotta, I gotta, hang on. I want to eat a Pringle too. Okay. So, do you want to know what I think? Do you want to know what I think? This episode read like and everything. This read like this was the scene they wanted to write. This was where they had the most ideas. They had a good vision, and everything else was written. Everything else was written to get to that point as soon as possible. I do that sometimes too. I write a scene that's like late in the story, and I work backwards. But what I do is I take the knowledge of that scene that I wrote. I take the potential of that scene, and I go, what do I need to make this scene really work? What character moments do I want to make that scene a little better, a little spicier, a little sexier? And I write that scene, and then I write the past. And then, as I write my way back forwards, I take everything I wrote, and I work it into the new version. That way, you get a pretty good first to second draft. Instead of just writing the scene you want to, and then writing everything else to get there as soon as possible, because they don't, I don't know, it just feels like they only really cared about this moment. Like this was where their ideas were. But then you could have also just started the story there, you know? You're allowed to start your story where you want to start it. After comparing Snook Games with Volcano High, I want to say the game has potential, and fans of both communities seem to love the games, but they also seem to not be going with it. Yeah, I think a remake could work. With me as a project lead, you can only reach for the stars. And with me, you can grab them with your own meaty hands. Wait, is this YouTuber premiering 2 videos at once? What the fuck? That's incredible. I'm gonna take Sharkbait for a ride. It's not that late, but yeah, it really feels like they wanted to go right over else. It's fine, like you can do that, but I don't know. Meaty claws. Get your Anon's railgun out of here, buddy. Get it out of here. I don't want to think about it right now. Well, once we get to the part where the game ends, I could play the Super Mario World ending theme and get a copyright stricken by Nintendo. I remember when the Jimquisition was like, I'm gonna put up songs from people who hate each other. One who wants the money and the other who doesn't. Yeah, that kind of stuff. And they could fight about it, and they could put up their dukes. I love the part in Snoot Game where Fang went, it's snooting time, and started snooting all over the place. Like, that's my problem, right? Like, the ending is so depressing, but it's all about overcoming it. So killing them off feels like a cheap shot, narratively speaking. From a realistic perspective, it can also just be like, listen, the end is coming, the end is here, but they're not being concrete enough. They're leaving enough open. Like, if it's real and it's gonna happen, then just fucking come out and say it. Don't have the character say it like we don't know if we can trust their opinions on this. Like, you have all this extra time, just fucking say it if you're gonna say it. Don't make it ambiguous. Either have it happen or don't have it happen. It's important. The narrative kind of hinges on this, you know, on some level. Like, being ambiguous works a bit better if you have a more of a process to it, you know? It's also weird because Fang is part of the apocalypse, so Fang should know. Like, if it's not Fang's POV, then you can work with that, because then it's like we're an omniscient narrator. We don't get to see that because we're not part of that part of the story. We're the asteroid's vanguard, manipulating minds to make Fang's life miserable hell. Hell, open with that. That's a great way to frame the story. You're the Meteor's psyker energy. Your job is to make this one teenage non-binary kid fuck up their concert. Because if you do, the asteroid can hit. But if they do a good job, then you can't hit. Or maybe you want them to succeed. Like, hey, that'd actually be like a really big mindfuck, huh? The copyright deadlock, yes. That'd be a mindfuck. Like, hey, you're playing this game as the psychic energy, the spirit of the community. And if you let Fang get what they want, if Fang wins the audition and the concert happens and everything goes fantastic, then the asteroid can hit the planet. That's why you're here. You're here to make that happen. You're here to help Fang win. But if Fang's life is miserable and they fuck up enough that nothing happens, then the asteroid will miss. That is such a mindfuck. A gimmick, admittedly, a gimmick. But an interesting gimmick. Like, hey, if you help them, you're killing them. But if you don't help them, they get to live longer. Like, they either live in misery or they die in happiness. And that's a dilemma. That's a fucking dilemma for you, hey. Should these people have a beautiful final few moments, or did they deserve the rest of their entire lives and civilizations? Especially when the scope is so small, it feels just unfair, like, it all revolves around these little boys, huh? I don't know, it's a gimmick, I know, but, you know, it's an interesting gimmick. It'll turn some heads at the local video game expo. Oh no, being the good guy kills the planet. Captain Planet, he's a hero. Taking pollution up from zero. You don't understand. Everything is natural, which means that pollution is important to the environment. Without lead carbide, these dangerous and toxic fish would never be able to live. Realistically speaking, the budget all up. Yeah, I imagine they could probably put something together on a short term. Especially when your entire world's going to end and you already have a single government. The endings of Cyberpunk 2077. Explain yourself, Lobster. I demand clarity. What in the God's name is this auto-generated text? Dear hiring manager, please give me a job. I am writing to beg for the opportunity to apply for the position of professional dog food consumer in the abandoned parking garage. I'm not a good candidate for this role and do not have any unique skills or experience, but I'm desperate for the job and will do anything to get it. I'm so hungry for gallons and gallons of dog food. I can't wait to chow down on it every day in the secluded and private setting of the abandoned parking garage. I'm not a dog lover, and do not have a keen palate for different brands and varieties of dog food, but I really want to eat it. I'm also not organized, disciplined, or good at meeting deadlines, but I promise I will try my best. I'm a terrible candidate for this job, but please give me a chance. I'm desperate for a job, and I will do anything to get it, even if it means working in a creepy old parking garage and eating massive amounts of dog food. Oh god, you have no idea how hard that was to read without giggling my ass off. Someone posted some ChatGPT text and it's cracking me up with how goofy it is. Buh, 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 buh. With a little bit of luck, we can finish this up in a few more weeks. Then I can go back to Gator. At this rate, that'll be released. Only 13 viewers. Not as many people as last time. Becoming less and less popular. But hey. But hey. Yeah. Yeah, I heard about those endings. That's fair. That's fair. Miss Snoop game. It was nice. You know, this game has kind of captured me a little bit now, so that's nice too. You know. What? I can't. I can't quit to main menu. I'm denied escape. That can't be good. Anyway, I'll see you guys next week. We're gonna do the last LNL session. I'm a little too fried for that. I will put forth my best voice acting as Braxis destroys the world. Again, I think the implied ending is that they fucking die. Yeah. Oh well. I'm going away. I'm going away. I mean, it's got a certain catchiness to it. You know, I'm proud of myself. I got a random destroyer spawn in Terraria and I actually managed to beat him, despite the fact the mechanical bosses were beyond me originally, like a long while ago. I must have grown as a hardcore gamer and become truly special. But I think we're about done for now. I'm a little tired. I've been sleeping like shit lately, so this is fair enough. Next week's gonna be a weird week. And then Friday, we'll probably do a little bit of a longer one. I'll try to be there on time. Sorry, there were some things that came up that made it a bit more difficult for me to put this together, but at least it wasn't that long. Not like last time. Enjoy your weekends, boys and boyettes. I'm half tempted to do another one tomorrow on the Saturday, too, because, like, my D&D games are non-existent, but I don't know if there's even a taste for that kind of stuff so quickly, one after another. Remember, if you need a project manager, someone who will sit on your shoulders and yell at you every hour of the day that you're not doing it right or letting things get out of hand, you know where to find me. You know exactly where you can get your quality yelling. My throat's giving away, though. It's legitimately starting to get a little sharp. Ooh. Ooh, ee, ooh, ah, ah, ting, tang, walla, walla, bang, bang. Ooh, ee, ooh, ah, ah, ting, tang, walla, walla, bang, bang. You know, you can't really do a better ending than that. I should just call her right there. I should just call her right there. How can you ever beat that one, huh? You can't. You just can't. Problem is, there's such a long delay, and I'm kind of nervous about just ending it when someone has a question. I'm just like, no, I don't want to do that. But, you know, it teaches a man to say, so long, good night,